The evening sun dips low, casting a warm glow across your backyard, where the grass sways gently in the breeze. You pause, catching your reflection in the window. Silver strands weave through your hair, and fine lines trace the corners of your eyes. These weren't there years ago, when summer nights meant laughter with friends or long walks under starlit skies. Now, your steps are slower, your hands more deliberate. In America's rush of deadlines and dreams, aging can feel like a quiet thief, slipping away the vitality you once knew. Relationships shift, calls from old friends grow rare, family gatherings smaller. Yet what if this isn't loss, but transformation? What if the ache comes not from growing older, but from resisting life's natural current? Across the United States, Buddhist communities, from the misty redwoods of California to the rolling hills of Vermont, offer a different lens. Ojing they teach is not a fading, but an unfolding. The Buddha spoke of impermanence, anicca, as the heartbeat of existence. Everything changes, and in that truth lies freedom. Suffering blooms when we cling to what was, youth, strength, or the past, instead of embracing what is. In meditation halls and urban zendos, Americans find solace in this wisdom, learning to walk through their years with gratitude and grace. Below, 5 lessons drawn from this tradition weave stories, reflections, and gentle guidance to help you see aging not as an end, but as a vibrant chapter, rich with meaning. 1. Your memory will soften, yet your kindness ripples. On, the realization dawns quietly. The life you've woven, decades shaping a career, a home warmed by laughter, tales shared over porch swings, will one day fade from others' minds. In a nation that prizes enduring legacies, where names on buildings or viral posts signal worth, this truth cuts deep. Your children, swept into their own currents, may not retell your stories. Neighbors, busy with their days, may let your presence thief thee. But Buddhism offers a lighter path. Fading from memory isn't loss, it's liberation. The principle of anatta, no self, reveals we're not fixed monuments, but fleeting breezes, stirring the world briefly, yet meaningfully. Like a single note in a vast melody, our value lies in sounding true, not echoing forever. In Buddhist centers from Colorado's peaks to Florida's shores, people practice letting go of permanence, finding joy in the now. The aim isn't to be etched in history, but to offer warmth that lingers, unceasing, in lives touched by your care. In a small Wisconsin town, where lakes mirror endless skies, an elderly carpenter named Edith joined a meditation group, known for crafting tables that graced local homes. She feared her work would vanish as her hands weakened. One crisp autumn evening, she confided in her teacher, a soft-spoken woman named May. "Will anyone remember me?" Edith asked, her voice fragile. May led her to a bluff overlooking the water, where leaves drifted on the wind. "See those leaves?" May said. "They falseize, yet their decay feeds the soil. Your tears, your kindness, they nourish, even without your names." Edith watched the leaves spiral, feeling their quiet purpose. She began teaching woodworking to teenagers, not for signing, but for the spark in their hands, knowing her craft lived in their creations. This shift lifts a burden. In America, where we chase recognition, Edith's story reminds us that freedom lies in presence. Think of a moment you helped a stranger, carrying a baby, sharing a laugh. That gesture doesn't need your name to matter. It weaves into life's unseen threads. Your kindness, offered freely, shapes others, like a pebble's ripples spreading across a pond. Try this. Each night, jot down one small act of care you gave, a call to a friend, a nod to a passerby. Let it affirm your impact today. Spend an hour volunteering at a community garden, giving without seeking credit. In stillness, picture your actions as seeds scattered on fertile ground. growing beyond your sight. These practices anchor you in the moment, where true meaning unfolds. 2. Your body weaves a new story. So tend it with care. Dawn breaks, and a familiar twinge greets you. Shoulders stiff from sleep, a hip that hums with effort. Tasks that once flew by, mowing the lawn, hiking a trail, now unfold slowly, deliberately. In a culture that cheers endless energy, where gym ads promise eternal strength, these changes can feel like defeat. You might recall sprinting through city parks or dancing under festival lights, longing for that ease. But Buddhism offers a softer truth. Your body isn't abandoning you. It's evolving, as it was meant to. The Buddha saw the body as a lone dwelling, shaped by time's gentle hands. It's not built to defy change, but to carry you through life's chapters, every leap, every tear. In retreat spaces from Maine's rocky coasts to Nevada's deserts, Americans learn to listen to their bodies with mindfulness, honoring its shifts rather than grieving its youth. Aging invites gratitude, seeing each ache as a marker of endurance, each pause as a call to nurture. In a New Mexico village, where adobe homes glow under starry nights, a former firefighter named Leon joined a Zen circle. Once proud of scaling ladders, he now winced climbing stairs, his pride bruised. One moonlit evening, he spoke to his teacher, a man named Thay Huan. "I'm not myself anymore," Leon said, his voice rough. Thay Huan handed him a piece of driftwood, smoothed by years of tides. "Is this wood less for its changes?" he asked. Leon turned it in his hands, feeling its quiet strength. "No, it's alive," he said. "Your body's the same," Thay Huan replied. "It's carried you through fires. Now it asks for rest." Leon began walking the arroyo at dawn, each step a thank you to his legs, his heart lighter with every sunrise. This perspective feels like a warm hearth. Your body is a companion, bearing childhood scrapes, adult burdens, and countless joys. In America's rush, where youth is a badge, cherishing its changes is a quiet rebellion. Leon's tale shows us that scars whisper resilience, slower steps sing patience. Your body may not vault fences, but it can wander through autumn's glow. It may weary, but it can still cradle a child's hand. By resting when needed, moving gently, you weave a partnership that holds you steady. Begin each morning with a breath of thanks. Touch your heart and murmur, "You've brought me here." Explore gentle movement, yoga at a local center, a stroll through your park, to feel your body's rhythm. When pain stirs, pause, breathe, and whisper, "You've held me long. I'll hold you now." These acts transform struggle into care, grounding you in love for the vessel you inhabit. 3. Bonds evolve, yet their essence stays near. Years pass, and connections shift like clouds across a wide scheme. The friend who shared road trips through California's valleys now texts only on birthdays. Siblings, once close over holiday tables, scatter to new cities, their calls brief. In America's vastness, where lives stretch across states, this drift can ache, leaving you to question your worth. But Buddhism reveals a deeper truth. Relationships flow, not from failure, but from life's fleeting nature. Anika teaches that grasping at things as they were sows heartache. In Buddhist gatherings from Texas plains to Michigan forests, people learn to treasure ties while they bloom and release them gently when they fade. Love doesn't vanish. It lingers in the laughter you shared, the courage you gained, the person you've grown to be. In an Oregon coastal town, where waves crash against rugged cliffs, a woman named Sarah joined a mindfulness retreat. Her childhood friend, once her anchor through heartbreak, had moved to Boston, their talks now rare. "I've lost her," Sarah said, her voice quiet. To her teacher, a laywoman named Grace. Grace led her to the shore, where tide pools had shimmered under gray skies. "See the waves? Grace said. Some curl together, then part. Does their parting erase their dance? Sarah watched the sea, its rhythm steadying her. No, she said. They are still one. Grace nodded. Your friend's love lives in your strength, your G-fly. Let her go. And embrace who's here. Squirtator joined a knitting circle. New friends' voices mingling with her friend's echo, her heart opening anew. This lesson soothes like a familiar song. In a nation of constant change, Sarah's story mirrors ours. Loss doesn't dim love. The cousin who taught you patience, the mentor who shaped your dreams, their gifts endure. Aging calls us to cherish the ties that hold. A neighbor's whiff, a niece's giggle, while welcoming fresh ones, a stranger at a temple potluck, or a co-worker sharing a story, can spark connection, proving life's threads never cease. Nurture this by reaching out weekly, a note, a call, a shared walk, to strengthen a bond. If absence stings, recall a warm memory, letting its glow fill you. Join a community circle, a meditation group, a library talk, to meet new souls, trusting life's knack for weaving ties. These steps keep your heart supple, honoring past and present alike. 4. Your visage shifts. Yet insight radiates. You glimpse yourself in a car's rearview mirror, hair thinning, skin etched with time's gentle strokes. In America, where youth glows on every screen, these changes can feel like erasure. You might yearn for the face that lit up college dances or drew smiles at reunions. But Buddhism offers a clearer mirror. Your look isn't fading, it's deepening. A canvas of wisdom gained. The Buddha taught that true light springs from presence, compassion, and understanding, not fleeting forms. In Buddhist spaces from Ohio's quiet towns to Hawaii's lush valleys, people learn to see wrinkles as tales, gray strands as emblems of growth. Aging unshackles you from shallow gazes, letting your essence, your warmth, your clarity shine truest. In a Montana ranchland where prairies stretch under endless blue, a man named Daniel joined a Zen retreat. Once confident in his rugged charm, he now shied from photos, unsettled by his aging face. One snowy morning, he shared his unease with his teacher, a woman named Aunt. "I'm not me anymore," he said, his voice low. An led him to a frozen stream, its ice glinting beside bare willows. "Which holds more?" she asked, pointing to a suling and an old tree. Daniel studied the willow's gnarled grace. "The tree," he said, "it's steady, deep." An smiled. "Your face carries that depth. Every line a choice, every gray a lesson. That's what draws others." Daniel began mentoring local youth, his laughter a beacon. His presence is stronger than any mirror's verdict. This truth feels like dawn's first light. In a culture chasing smooth skin, Daniel's path redefines beauty. Recall elders you admire, a grandparent whose stories captivate, a friend whose calm steadies you. Their radiance lies in their depth, not their youth. Your face charts a life of joys and storms, loves and losses. Buddhism invites you to wear it like a tapestry, each thread woven with meaning. Embrace this by pausing daily before a mirror, noting one trait you cherish. Eyes that hold kindness, hands that share comfort. Offer a memory to someone younger, a colleague, a grandchild, feeling your experience bind you. In Kistes, affirm softly, "Soy, my insight is my glow, my years my strength." These acts ground you in your truest light, letting it spill outward. 5. Grief grows familiar, yet love endures. Aging draws loss nearer. Parents slip away, friends fade, and hero settles like frost on a winter morning. In America, where independence reigns, grief can feel like a solitary road, a weight no one carries with you. But Buddhism unveils a shared truth. Loss binds us all, yet love persists beyond farewell. Those we've cherished live on, in our choices, our laughter, the ways they've carved our hearts. The Buddha's story of Kisagotami, seeking life for her lost son, resonates in U.S. sanghas, where grief is met with compassion. From Alabama's warm fields to Washington's misty hills, teachers guide us to hold loss as love's echo, keeping the departed near through acts of care. By living their gifts, we weave them into today. In a California suburb, where eucalyptus scents the air, a woman named Clara sat in a meditation garden. Her father, her rock through childhood hikes and late-night talks, had passed a year ago. "I can't move forward," she told her teacher, a man named Brother Tuan, her voice breaking. Tuan led her to a koi pond, where fish glided under lily pads. "See the water?" he said. "It holds each fish, even when they swim beyond sight. Your father's love holds you still." Clara thought of his humor, his knack for seeing the best in others. She began hosting game nights for neighbors, his joy alive in their laughter, his spirit in every shared moment. This wisdom feels like a soft blanket. In a nation urging closure, Clara's journey invites us to carry love forward. Grief aches because love was deep, the friend whose advice lingers, the partner whose touch you recall. Aging brings more partings, but also more love held, a mosaic of connections shaping your soul. Buddhism teaches that love flows past loss, in a kind deed, a warm meal, a life lived with heart. Mark this truth by creating a small gesture, a flower placed for someone gone, a letter recalling their warmth. Share their story with a loved one, letting their light flicker anew. Each week, offer one act, a gift, a helping hand in their spirit, feeling their love ripple through you. These steps blend sorrow with joy, proving love's timeless reach, a final whisper. Aging as life's greatest gift. Midnight cloaks your home, stars winking through a velvet sky. You sit by an open window, the air cool, carrying whispers of distant lives, owls calling, a neighbor's light flickering. Aging in this hush isn't a shadow stealing youth. It's a lantern, guiding you deeper into life's truth. In America's Buddhist havens, from urban lofts to rural barns, growing older is a sacred weave, threaded with mindfulness and grace. These lessons, releasing memories hold, tending your body, flowing with bonds, radiating insight and cradling love through grief. Unveil a truth. Every year is a treasure, every shift a chance to bloom. The Buddha taught that peace springs from embracing life's tides, and in America's clamor, this feels like finding shore after a storm. Your silver hairs are tales spun, your gentler pace a rhythm of wisdom, your heart a vessel for love's endless song. As moonlight spills across your floor, choose openness. Release what was, savor what is, and step lightly into what awaits. Aging isn't a story's close. It's a chapter unfolding, yours to shape with courage and humor. A local sangha, where souls gather in shared stillness, or begin a notebook to trace your path. Aging is a journey we share, each breath a chance to glow with purpose, each moment a gift to hold gently.